Live from the shining station up on the hill.
Either prove me wrong or prove me right.
Barack Obama might be the first anti-American president we've ever had.
Have you noticed no one has proved me wrong?
He will always be a failure because Obama does not learn from experience, from evidence, or from history.
You gotta get someone who believes in growth. You can't love jobs and hate the job creators.
He has his agenda. He is presiding over the decline of the United States of America, and he is doing so happily and purposefully.
The Mike Slater Show, river to river, border to border.
We have to start now with deficit reduction, because who's going to bail out the U.S.? Nobody. We are the backstop.
West Tennessee's TJ Network, stimulating talk and accurate news.
Mike Slater.
America is the greatest country in the world. How you doing, Slater Raiders? Good morning. In the studio right now, we are joined by George Flinn. George, how are you?
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Excellent. We appreciate you being here. You want to be the next congressman in the 8th Congressional District of Tennessee.
That is absolutely right.
Why so?
Well, for the first time in the world, in our generations, we see the next generation being worse off than our generation. You know, our fathers, our grandfathers always wanted us to have a better life. I see us as not doing that for this next generation. For my kids, grandkids, it's not happening for us. So what I'd like to see us do is not burden them down with so much tax debt, not burden them down with so many governmental interferences in personal responsibility. We've got to free our generations from all of this that's going on right now.
What was your personal pivot point where you said, I'm the man for this job? This is the situation, but I'm the one who has to step up and do it.
My personal pivot point was when I realized what is going on. I realized, first I was hesitant. I said, what can one person do? Then the degree of frustration became more and more and more, and I finally just said, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do my best to make the change that's needed in our country. Now, if you look at frustration, the government regulates everything. They regulate business. They regulate the post office. They regulate the shower pressure coming out of your shower. So what do? We need to fight back. We need to take common sense. We need to take the common sense that we all have to Washington, D.C. People say Washington's out of control. Washington is very much in control. We're the ones that are out of control. We don't have control of them. We have Washington telling us what to do, when to do it, how much to do it, and enough is enough. We need to take control back from Washington, D.C. And for some reason, people go to Washington, D.C., and they get what we call Potomac fever. And they get the idea that they run the country. They're no longer responsible to the people. Now, our mothers and fathers told us years ago, dance with the one that brung you. The voters are the ones that take people to Washington, D.C. Be responsible to the voters, and that's what I'm all about.
423-0139 is the number. Our phones are back working, so 423-0139 is the number, and it's your job interview. It's a Slater Raiders job interview for George Flinn. So let's go right to the phones. We'll go to Josh in Carroll County. Josh, you are on the phone with George Flinn. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Excellent.
Good morning, Josh. How are you doing today?
My question has to do with, we've had so much expansion and addition of entitlement programs over the last two administrations. I'm sure you agree with me that we're headed the wrong direction on that.
We are absolutely headed in the wrong direction, and you have got that's one of the things that bothered me and forced me to relook at everything and join the race, because we have expanded the entitlement programs. If you get a government that you don't trust and is not working, the answer is not to increase the amount of government. The answer is to decrease it, make it more transparent. So go ahead.
Well, I absolutely agree with that. My question is, as we try to pull this stuff back, what do you see as the difference between the role of government to help people that are down and out and private charity? And how far do we go pulling that back?
Thanks, Josh.
Government's role is to help people get a start. If they just cannot get a start, government's people is to help people start, but not to continue forever supporting people.